memories of the players. And, what means a lot to me is when I get to find out, players that went to high school, then what they do this many years later. You might get an email or a text from a player, and that's what's really enjoyable, to hear about their lives and their families and things like that. I do remember one story. I'm a young coach, and Evergreen is getting ready to play their rival Mountain View. And the player said to me, "Coach, would it be okay if we put an E?" This is when they had the grass field. Can we put an E on the field? And we had chalk on this side storage room. I said, it can't hurt anything. Go ahead and put an E on there. Well, the size of the E was probably almost beyond the hashes, hash to hash, and at least 25 yards long. This giant E made of chalk. And we share the field with Mountie, so that's not a good idea. So I think that they took the grounds crew, all members of the grounds crew, on Friday morning of that game, and had to get rid of all the chalk on the grass field. And when there was an alarm system in the stadium, and obviously the police came, and all these kids were scattered and running, jumping over the fences. And I don't know if they caught any. I think they caught some of the linemen that couldn't scale the fence quite as fast, but. Yeah, I think my wife and I, we moved here in '90. We raised our kids here, so I think you're just really, I think in long term, we always kind of hope that maybe I could teach in Camas if the opportunity ever came up. And so our kids all went through all Camas schools. And then, just to be able to, I guess my dream for a long time was to try to have an impact in a school that would maybe, selfishly benefit my kids. I wanted to be in a school in a positive environment, and and get to coach. My daughters, some of them were cheerleaders, and they got to be involved. And my son and coach he and his friends in a championship game, which we got to do, and that was just to see all those kids grow up together. Little league baseball games and summer birthday parties and all that kind of stuff, and to see that's what I remember most about Camas. And then all the coaches that we spent time with. You spend that much time with people, you really want to like people that you spend time with. And I think that just the coaches we've had over the years at Camas are just tremendous people, and had great memories at Camas. And there's no question, winning a state title and the first time in 16 was exciting, just to see, to be able to turn around and look in the stands and see all that red in 2016 and in 2019, to be able to, just a lot of great pride because I remember, we always used to tell kids, people would always ask, where is Camas? And you have to say things like, well, it's east of Vancouver, Washington, across the river from Portland. I said, we're going to make people know where Camas is. And I would say today, everybody knows where Camas is.